Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Um, I'm on here because I want to talk to you about ashwagandha and spirulina. Um, a lot of times people don't say the brand that they use. I'm going to say the brand because um, I hate it when I go and try to like get something and I don't know what brand to use because you don't know. Some of these brands could be like just saying they have ashwagandha in it and they don't. And, a few years back, there was one particular drugstore, their brand of vitamins and herbs, they tested them and found out there was nothing but sand in it. And here you go, you thinking you trying to do something good for your body, and you're not ingesting anything but dirt. So I like it when people say the brand that they use. And I get that they don't want to maybe have a free advertisement for the brand or whatever, but I don't care. So this is to help people. So that's what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? So the brand that I use, I don't know if you can see it on there, but it's called Bare Organics. One word, Bare Organics. Um, so the two herbs that I'm talking about, ashwagandha and spirulina, these both were highlighted to me from God sometime ago. Now, what happened was, um, I didn't implement them, or I implemented them sporadically. And what I mean by that is, I have a irrational fear of swallowing pills. And so I would, instead of getting the ashwagandha pills or whatever, or the spirulina tablets, I would go and try to find tea or droppers or liquid, tinctures. And then I would try it. And then I really wasn't getting any results. So I kind of just like stopped. And then the tablets, for the spirulina, I would have to chew them, and I didn't like the texture, and it was just weird or whatever. So I wasn't consistent. And it's to the point where when I was pregnant with my twins, they said, if you don't swallow this pill, your babies are coming early. And I was sitting there, I was like, well, I'm going to have to do it. So I was sitting there like basically gagging over a tiny little pill. It doesn't even matter how tiny the pill is. I just, I just go nuts. But anyway, I digress. So I stumbled upon these powders in my local Rite Aid, and they were on sale. They were buy one, get one. So I got 2 of the ashwagandhas and 2 of the spirulinas, and they're in a powder. And I find that very convenient. And so what I do is they both have a scooper inside, and I take 2, one of each, put the scoops in whatever I'm drinking that morning, mix it up, and then I just drink it, which it works pretty well for me. But you could do all types of things. You could put it in a shake. You can bake it in your food. You can do whatever you want. You could even make like the spirulina, like, because it's so green, you can make it like a food coloring, a natural organic food coloring if you wanted to. So, but originally, see, what happens is that God will highlight a herb for me and tell me what he wants me to use it for. But it has so many different benefits, but he'll tell me specifically what he wants me to use it for, or somebody that I know what he specifically wants them to use it for. So for both of these, God told me that they would benefit me in terms of energy. Now, let me just get this disclaimer out of the way. Everybody's body chemistry is different. Everybody's different. What you do is at your own risk, and go ask your doctor. Okay. But what God told me was both of these for energy. And anyone that knows me, I have said it before that I suffer from low iron levels, and so I'm anemic. And for years, I did not know that I was anemic. And people will say, well, you lazy, you know what I mean? You taking another nap. I used to get it all the time. And I would just be so tired, and no one understood. I didn't even understand why I was so tired. And I went, and this is recent, like a couple years ago, I went to the doctor. You know how they do the routine blood work? They came back and they were like, did you know you were anemic? And I was like, no, nobody told me. You go to the doctor and they take your blood every year or so. Nobody ever told me I was anemic. It was so bad that I had to get IV infusions of iron. That's how bad it was. And then I said, God, well, I don't want to be getting no infusions, every year or every 6 months. I don't want that. What is a natural way? I began to pray about it. Like, what is a natural way that I could do it? And so for one, the spirulina is going to combat the low iron because it's high. Spirulina is high in iron and it's high in protein. So it's going to combat your low iron and it's going to combat your low iron and low protein levels. And so I have been taking the spirulina recently, and I've noticed that my energy levels have risen, but over time, not like an overnight thing, maybe like a couple of weeks. After 1 week use, I've noticed that my skin looks better after taking the spirulina. And the reason why that is because if you have healthy blood levels, then your skin is going to benefit. You ever hear people say you have that natural glow? A lot of pregnant women have that even before they know they're pregnant. It's because you have this large blood volume, and it comes through the skin, and then your skin looks brighter, looks better, looks more beautiful. And so I've noticed that. And then the ashwagandha, that's fighting the energy, the lack of energy on a different level. I want to say level, on a different end of the spectrum. So in a different way, I guess. Spirulina helps to fight it through the low energy level, through the blood. It deals with the blood, with the iron. You need iron to make the blood. Ashwagandha goes the way that it attacks the low energy is through your hormones. If your hormones are off, you're going to be tired. And so an added benefit of the ashwagandha is that when it fixes your hormones and fixes your energy, it's also going to fix the mood. So if you're tired all the time, you automatically going to feel funky. But if you have great energy, you automatically going to feel, your mood is going to feel better. So, make a long story short, I take both of these together every morning, the ashwagandha and the spirulina. The only thing that is still lacking in my life, and I'm telling you, my life would be perfect if this one last issue would just go away. I haven't been able to do it yet. In the morning when I wake up, I have never gotten to the point where I woke up and just was like, bling, I'm full of energy, happy, happy, joy, joy, let's go. Has never happened. Never. I don't care what herb I'm taking. And maybe there's something out there that can have me ready to go as soon as I open up my eyes in the morning. Maybe it's just not me. Maybe I'm just not a morning person. But I don't know. But other than that, I noticed a tremendous difference, especially with the ashwagandha. Spirulina, that took time. It took time for me to notice a difference in my energy. It took about a week for me to notice a difference in my face and my skin. But the ashwagandha, I'm literally telling you, I took that the next day. I felt a difference in terms of energy and in terms of mood. That took it up to another level. And so, but what we gotta realize is these two systems of the body. Everything's connected. So you have the blood and you have the hormone, the circulatory system and the hormone system. I know there's a word for that. I can't think of it right now. Whatever they call the hormone system, they're all connected. And if one thing's off, it's going to be a domino effect. But I love how these two herbs and algae, whatever you want to call this spirulina, I love how they are attacking two different areas, but attacking the issue of energy in two different ways. And I'm really, really glad that I found these two supplements. The spirulina, I will warn you, to me, it stinks. Okay? To me, it stinks. When I put it in my juice and mix it up, it stinks to me. It smells like 1,000 booties. I don't know what it's like. It just stinks. I don't know. But I, drink it with a straw, and I try not to take a deep whiff in. And it doesn't taste bad to me, but to me it just has a smell to it. So, but people put it in all types of things, and I think it probably would be better if I made it with some food or even mixed it in with brownie batter or something. But it is a joy to me to drink it every morning. Minus the smell, because I know what it's doing to my body. And I think, did I say, God didn't tell me to take it for this reason, but for a lot of, men and women, it helps balance out your hormones through all stages of your life. So for women, you have menstrual problems, it'll help balance that out. When you get to the stage when, you're going through menopause, it'll help balance that out. And what I noticed is that the ashwagandha has helped with my, sometimes I feel like I'm constantly sweating. I mean, it could be negative 50 outside and I'll still be the one sweating, and the ashwagandha will help with that, because it's more of a anxious sweating. Now I can be doing something that I love to do, and I could be flowing. You know what I mean? Doing something that I love to do. Say I'm teaching something about the Bible, and I'll still be sweating. And the ashwagandha has helped to minimize that. So, it's really, really good stuff. All right. So the brand I use is Bare Organics. I'm sure you can buy it online. I got mine at Rite Aid, and I love it. So if anybody has had any experiences with these two things, please feel free to comment below and let me know what you use it for and what it's done for you. Okay. All right. So God bless you. And until we meet again.